Hey, I'm Brian from BMA Comics Con. I hope you forgive me for taking that little break, but we're back. And today we're going to take a look at the comics coming out next Wednesday, February 6th. This oversized issue starts the new X-Men story after the 10-part X-Men disassemble. Now we have Cyclops and Wolverine back and together to lead the X-Men through what might be their darkest times. We've had Old Man Logan and Old Man Hawkeye. Now we get a 12-issue maxi series, Old Man Quill. Peter Quill has long retired from being an outlaw and faded into nothingness. Well, at least until he's reunited with the Guardians of the Galaxy for one last mission. In turbulent times, when cops are often portrayed as the enemy of the people, Detective Chip Christopher maneuvers the blurred blue lines between racism and due diligence in order to do his job. For once, we get a time of peace for the X-Men, and even when the world isn't trying to get rid of mutants, the teenagers of the Summer Institute will still find some trouble to get into. In this 6-issue miniseries, Big Barda and the female Furies are unleashed by Granny Goodness to aid in the fight. Now it's time for the ladies to pick up where the men left off. Another one of Marvel's old tales that they're resurrecting, this comic takes place during the time of cowboys and outlaws, but the worst of them were the Gunhawks. Another Flash and Batman team-up crossover, this time written by Flash writer Joshua Williamson. Barry and Batman try to solve a cold case while still being at each other's throats over the events of Heroes in Crisis. It's a worldwide vampire civil war, and the Avengers are on the hunt for Dracula. Hopefully he is the key to ending all of this. The Champions will have to live with the devastating decisions of its members, as they pay the price to keep their dreams alive. It's time for the Champions to go big or go home. The one below all is in control, and Bruce Banner belongs to him. Hell is ascended, but there are two people Hell isn't strong enough to hold. One is a man named Eugene Judd, and the other, the Immortal Hulk. Someone has stolen Deadpool's heart. Literally. And now to get it back, Deadpool has hired Jessica Jones to find it. I don't know if they've earned using this title, but the next issue is called Digital Demon in a Bottle, and it isn't one to miss. This final issue of Killmonger has him so far from his goal, but too close to Black Widow's fangs. Will she and Kingpin get in his way of killing Ulysses Klaue? Loki promised Angela a gift in exchange for her help against Nebula, and the debt is coming due. But Angela is about to get a whole lot more than she asked for, including a run-in with Yondu. The mystery surrounding the X-Assassin grows, as Laura investigates its origins, and Gabby does her best to find the humanity deep in its robot heart. A rundown cabin in the middle of nowhere, feral children lurking in the trees, a sinister cult worshipping in the Cathedral of Night. As Agent Pierce and Marshall continue to investigate the killer striking Burns, Alaska, they uncover even more mysteries than they'd bargained for. The greatest love story of our time, as a man and a ship are brought back together in a tearful reunion. A chance to strike a devastating blow to the Separatist cause comes with a high cost. Will Anakin choose the darker path or hold true to the code of the Jedi? Hungry and desperate, Conan's experience in the civilization takes a dark turn. When Conan is caught thieving, he'll discover the penalty is death. But how does this figure into the Crimson Witch's plan? After the events of the last issue, Justice League Annual, Martian Manhunter reaches out to Lex Luthor for peace, but the impending threat causes both of them to team up or face utter doom. The new Teen Super Team unites as Robin, Wonder Girl, Teen Lantern, and Jimmy Hex joins forces to help Amethyst free Gemworld from those who control it. Implicated in a crime she didn't commit, Harley Quinn must prove her innocence by teaming up with the Caped Crusader himself. But can the Clown Princess of Crime and the Dark Knight coexist long enough to solve a murder? Or will the two frenemies end up being the death of each other? Katana finally escapes from the deadly dimension of the Soul Taker, only to find herself trapped in the body of Lady Eve. Locked in an intergalactic juvenile detention facility, Superboy and Robin meet the youngest, the meanest Green Lantern ever. Well, he's still a Green Lantern in training, but Joker Jr. returns, the clown who may be the boys' last and best hope at stopping the gang. Deathstroke's son Jericho breaks into Arkham Asylum in an effort to free him, but Slade Wilson is caught up in his own conflict with the return of Death Mask and the realization that his hallucinatory trip into outer space may have been more real than he previously thought. The city of Seattle has weaponized against Green Arrow in a mind-bending cataclysm. Trapped inside Count Vertigo's psychotic maze, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Indigo Riot have no escape and no way to appease the villain's impossible demands. This series is almost over, and these last 2 issues are a 2-part epic end. Murder Inc. has gone to war with the United States, and the United States has lost. The president is dead, the vice president has quit, and there's chaos in the streets, fighting in Congress, farms are burning, but thank God our boy Valentine has a plan. Finally determined to solve the riddle of herself, Dora is out for blood, but Judge Gallows, the usurper, has taken precautions to protect himself. It's time to learn once and for all, is Princess friend or foe? And for those of you who watch the show, Season 9 has a new showrunner and will now follow with the comic books. There's going to be a 2-year jump ahead. The new society begins to splinter into various fractions as more of the frozen vanish and more mutilated bodies are found. Mantle, the final ringwork of the colony, has its own terrible secrets, and Mike finally gets a good look at the horror of one man's nightmarish personal utopia. The 4th arc to this acclaimed series comes to a close, and in this issue, we'll get a talking koala that makes a proposition and a bunch of bad guys that get drunk and make a fatal decision. Leslie's on the run again, and this time she'll have to fight for her life. Get ready for betrayal, non-stop action, unexpected turn of events in an issue packed with jaw-dropping revelations and some sexy artwork. Crane's quest takes him across the Himalayas and into a sunken temple in the Indian Ocean, where he battles pirates and great white sharks to find the clues about the missing scrolls. With the walls closing in on them, Amelia and her creator must set their differences aside, because a vengeful Bryce Smear is coming for them, with a horde of cybernetic zombies at his back. Supposedly, this is one of the saddest and prettiest comics coming out this week. Well, there you have it, a look at the comics coming out this week. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have a good rest of your day. As always, please let me know what comics you're looking forward to in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, Brian out.